Now tuning in to Earbud Media. Audio for everyone.
Whoa.
Wow, can you believe?
That it's been a month since I talked to you last?
It's been a minute. But you kind of got up to some wild shit over there. So.
I wasn't causing enough drama.
Right.
People weren't paying attention to me, so.
Yeah, really off the cusp of Leo season, you're like, let me just do one last gag. Just pull one stunt.
I told you, Cody, I don't like Leo season, and no one was listening to me. And then Leo season was like, oh, really?
Yeah.
You don't like me?
Yeah, you can't talk shit about Leos. They will come for your fucking organs.
Yeah.
Quite literally.
And they were just like, okay, bye. Let me just take an organ out real quick.
No pressure. No biggie.
No pressure.
It's fine.
The joke's on me, though, because I was like, I told you, like, a couple months ago, of like, am I having a hot girl summer or am I having a sad boy summer? And I was like, well, I don't know. And joke's on me because I found out that I had been passing gallstones, like, the whole time. And I was like, oh, I don't know. Maybe I just exist in a dimension of pain.
Like, maybe this is just how it's gonna be forever.
Maybe that's just what life is like. I don't know.
Everyone else feels this way too, huh?
Yeah.
Immense body physical pain.
Yeah, I don't know. So, anyways, welcome to, I don't know, this fucking life.
Welcome to Surgery Cast.
Welcome to Surgery Cast. Apparently, people that fucking snitch on Leo season actually get stitches, so...
Get their organs harvested by lions.
So, fucking learn from me, I guess.
Yeah.
Just don't.
I come to you as an example of...
Yeah. So, welcome to Into the Twilight.
Yeah.
I'm alive.
Yeah, and thank God. Everyone give a round of applause.
I mean, in the grand scheme of things, like, it's fine. It's just, it's a gallbladder. It's very normal. This happens. It's more so just, like, it had to happen a week before school starts.
Yeah,
Come on.
Not ideal. Come on. Come on.
Seriously, I had been laid up all summer. I was relative.
I've been just relaxing.
I've just
throwing
been
my body around,
passing stones, not knowing it, but relatively fine. And then a week before summer starts, and they're like, "Oh, lol, just gotta take this out now." And I was just like, "Okay, well, bye, I guess." They didn't even let me look at it. Is the problem?
Oh my God. I just want to see that sucker.
Just what does a stone really look like, you know? Like, if my body is, like, physically created to pass a human,
sure. What's a stone?
Yeah, like, is it a sorcerer's stone? Like, what's a stone, you know? What's a god to a non-believer, you know what I mean?
Oh. You say at the hospital. Ma'am, we just need to fucking...
Ma'am, I'm just your anesthesiologist. Can you just let me...
I'm gonna need you to stop talking immediately.
I'm, like, legally required to put you under for this surgery. You already signed a form? Like, I don't...
Hey, but at least now you got some cool stitches.
Okay, for real. Okay, so this, just, like, skip forward 2 minutes if you don't want to listen to, like, Stitch Bitch talk for a second.
Yeah, huge TW for anything, hospital medicine related.
And also, like,
surgery.
Also skip 2 minutes if you don't like to listen to, like, Kyle XY talk. Okay, so, so I've had, like, 3 versions of this type of surgery before, which is like a laparoscopic surgery. It's pretty small. They go in with cameras. They also like bloat your abdomen up with air.
You got like, do you have like a punch card for these kind of things? Or you just
For
like,
real? Okay, listen.
Yeah.
So usually with this, the other ones, they do like a bikini line part and then they go in with the belly button. Now, for real though, fuck my belly button because I'm scared of them. And I told the other doctors that I had these like a decade ago. I was like, make my belly button as small as you want. I don't give a fuck. I hate my belly button. I'm scared of it. And they were like, well...
It's hiding secrets from me.
And they were like, why? And I was like, I don't like cleaning it. I don't want to know. I don't want to accidentally touch something. They're like, ma'am, it's normal. And I was like, I don't. And so it's been like 7 years since I had this surgery. I haven't thought about it much. And then when I had this one, they used the belly button again with it. And I was like, yo, I'm going to be Kyle XY at some point. I'm not going to have a belly button.
You're gonna keep getting this surgery until you just absorb your belly button and you just have a fully flat stomach.
It's gonna be gone. I can't wait.
Every time we record, I feel like I learn a cool irrational fear that you have. Just every week, and it's really I think I've learned all there is to know about the inner workings of your twisted brain, but then I just keep getting surprised every week, and it's very delightful.
I'm just so scared that every time I clean my belly button, something is gonna touch me back. What?
It's just like the things from Alien that just like shoot.
Yes,
like the tubes. Yeah. That'd be a fun gag, I think, that your body would do to you.
And it's just like, I don't need that in my life.
Oh my god. You are truly something else.
Literally, I am Kyle XY.
Do you think anyone references Kyle XY as much as we do?
No.
We gotta be like in the top 5.
No. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna double check really quick and see if there's a Kyle XY podcast. Because if so, they're probably the most niche thing on the internet right now.
Sure, yeah.
Because, like, what are they? How are they even?
What are they talking about?
Yeah. Okay, so there isn't a podcast on it. But on Apple Podcasts, the most recent person to make an episode of a podcast about Kyle XY was last year. A podcast made an episode specifically about Kyle XY.
Okay.
And it was like a TV podcast specifically.
Our turf remains ours.
Yeah. I don't know that it's necessarily a good thing, but it's...
No, definitely not, but it is fitting.
It is something. But again, yeah, so welcome to Into Twilight. We don't talk about Kyle XY here, but we do talk about paranormal creatures, and I think I'm becoming more and more aware that I think I am a cryptid.
Yeah, over time, Allie is just really leaning into the whole Mothman fantasy, and we're living in it, you know?
Yeah, honestly, that's fair. Also, the patrons will know this. Cody, do you still have juice?
I don't, I drank
Okay,
it.
so I have a whole ass...
Juice check!
Yeah, juice check. I have a whole quart of lemonade next to me. Not that I've drank this whole quart, but I asked Chris during a bonus Jonas that we just recorded for lemonade, and he brought me a whole quart of lemonade. The whole bottle of it, and not a cup of it. Because my boyfriend's just, like, so supportive. No, he just didn't bring me a cup. And Cody was also drinking lemonade, so.
Yeah, so you missed that beautiful moment. Go to our Patreon. Otherwise, you won't know happiness and juice.
And also just me eating dinner. So
it's a delight, okay? Just don't even think about it.
it's great. Okay.
Yeah.
We have, because thank you all for your patience as I took last week off to recover from getting my bladder. What? Getting my glee back, but also my fucking gallbladder out.
Yeah, all of those things are true.
So we have quite a few current events to get caught up on, because the week that I decide to recover is the week that both Katie Stu and our Pats decide they want to have their publicists release information about them.
Just really have a stellar press week.
Truly. So we have quite a bit to catch up on. Where would you like to start, Cody?
Let's talk about our Pats and his wig.
Yes. Yeah, I feel like this was one of the first things that I feel like I saw coming back.
If you were on Twitter at all in the last week or so, you saw this photo of Robert Pattinson in The King, because the trailer for The King came out, which I guess I didn't realize, or at least I'd just forgotten that our Pats was in it.
Same.
Because I knew Timothée Chalamet was in it, and he was the titular king. Which, I mean, that's just how he lives his life, I think. Just as, like, an old medieval king.
Always.
Boy king, sick boy king. But the trailer came out, and we see our boy Arpats in this beautiful lace front. And the internet lost their goddamn minds over it. Rightfully so, because it is haunting and beautiful.
He's just so pretty.
Yeah, he's a pretty little boy. Like, he was pretty before, but, like, give him just, like, a nice little wavy bob situation.
And, like, an actual good wig.
Yeah, like, not something that looks like it came from Party City 3 years ago. Like, it looks nice. Like, it looks like someone cared about it, which is nice, and had money involved, which is also ideal.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he's such a little cutie. And we were all just like, yes, father.
He looks so... I didn't realize... Here's the fucking problem.
Yeah.
Is I've always been attracted to our Pats in, like, modern clothing, and I didn't realize that what I really needed was our Pats in armor.
Yeah.
And I was like... Okay.
It's a bold move.
And now I'm just like... Oh... I just didn't know that I needed it until I had it, and now it's all I want.
Yeah. Listen, this is just a general rule, but people are hotter in period clothing.
Okay, that's truth.
That's just the goddamn truth.
Listen.
No one has ever, like, put on a fun, like, period costume or done, like, a fun movie or photo shoot in, like, Victorian or period clothing otherwise, and has not looked hotter than they do on a normal basis.
And that is the same, I feel the same exact way about our Pats being hot in this wig in armor as I do if he was in mom jeans. Period clothing makes people hot.
Yes. So when you say period, you're just like any point in time.
Well, and also... Well, yeah.
Great.
Yes.
Yesterday. These were yesterday's clothes. They are now period clothes.
Yeah. I mean, you know, it was a period of time.
No, I get it.
Do you want me to really unpack my joke for you?
No, I got it.
Okay, all right, great.
I get it.
Okay. I mean, it does lose the bit every time that I say it, but it's okay. I want to make sure that you understand, so...
I get
okay.
it.
All right, great. Good, I'm glad.
I get comedy, Allie.
Okay. I mean, I did learn from you, so.
Thank you. I do teach a masterclass. It's $400.
Well, Jesus.
Yeah.
That honestly explains so much. It's okay. You're completely deserving of it, so. You know what? I'm so glad for this change of pace, because Cody's actually taking over our current events corner this week, because we have another part of this that I was not the first one to find out about, because I was still on medical leave, I guess. Yeah. And so I found this, but I'm not the expert on this second part here. So we have more Case 2 news, and it
Pew, 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 pew. Case 2 corner.
and it was like Twitter. It was like Twitter moment news.
Yeah, it was big news.
So tell me more about this.
And yeah, I mean, Case 2's been in the news a lot recently.
Thank
She's got a lot of
fuck.
stuff going on. Yeah, we are blessed fully. But like nothing blew up. Like nothing from her like cover shoot and like all those interviews and like things that came out of that like blew up like this did. I feel like
Yeah.
this was really just like on all aspects of Twitter, in my mind.
I agree.
And basically, Case in an interview with Harper's Bazaar, where she also did a very good photo shoot, and it is so good, said that she was basically told to kind of be hush hush about dating women if she wanted like big Disney Marvel roles.
Also, these are homophobia bells that you hear.
Do you do you hear the tinkling chimes of homophobia?
I've trained my cat Holly to ring her bells whenever she hears homophobic comments, specifically biphobic comments. And so she's very well trained. So continue, please.
Yeah.
But if you hear those, that's what she's experiencing currently.
Right.
From the news.
And yeah, so naturally the internet was like, what the fuck
Yeah.
is that? And on one hand it was like, this isn't like something we didn't know. Like,
Sure.
Obviously we didn't know it in the context of Kristen Stewart and like it being a very direct thing.
Yeah.
But like the sentiment that Disney and Marvel are afraid of gay people
It's not new.
Yeah, it's not new. And these are like, huge fucking things that will not take risks because they don't want to, stop making bajillions of dollars every year for garbage.
Right.
Even if it's beautiful shirtless men garbage or whatever, who do cool superhero things.
Yeah.
But the fact that it was like so directly stated, at least from K-Su's allegations, is like, that's fucking nuts that someone was just really like, hey, you could really make some big fucking money if you weren't so open about like being queer and like dating women, because like you could be in a Marvel movie if you wanted to. It's like, wow, the fact that is just like fully just a normal thing to say to a human being, and being like, that's the industry, there it is. It's like, what? Are you serious? What?
Yeah, that's bullshit. I mean, I'm thankful that she feels honest speaking about this now, and bringing this to light. It's, I think it's just, there's no doubt about it that this is an awful thing to experience, right?
Yeah, right.
I'm thankful that the conversation is happening. It just seems, too late, because it's something that she's had to deal with the ramifications of for a long time, and not just from this person, for sure. It's frustrating, and it I think that the thing that I noticed on Twitter over the past couple days about this is it definitely wasn't just within like our Twilight spheres that this conversation was happening from.
Right.
Because it was a Twitter moment, but it was definitely within like my main Twitter too. And a lot of people were definitely having that conversation. And I think that has an impact. I don't know within like the monopoly that Disney has what kind of impact, but hopefully it's something, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's hard to feel anything but discouragement with Disney at times with things like this.
Right. Yeah.
But I appreciate the kind of bravery that it takes to be like to come forward with a conversation like this, because it fucking sucks to have that kind of experience. So, yeah, that was some big stuff, I would say.
Point.
Did you want to talk about that other part of the Arpads interview?
Boy, do I.
Just because the heading of that one was just so much.
Right. So, Case2 had a big week. She had her Harper's Bazaar
The
situation,
photos.
and that was great. The photos are mwah, mwah, just mwah. But also, Arpads fucking slapped you in the face with a Variety cover this week. Looking like fucking goddamn. Are you kidding me?
It's just... Can they just stop for like 2 seconds?
I'm so upset. They both have the same fucking just raw dyke energy, and it's making me upset. Like, it's so upsetting.
I just need 2 seconds to breathe.
Yeah, you can't just come in here with your leather jackets and your slightly wet hair and your eyebrows and look at me like that on a magazine. Get out of here.
I just need a moment to breathe, and they're not respecting me.
No, definitely not. But the interview is great. It's a lot longer than we will ever give it attention for.
No, Jesus Christ.
But there's some great photos of him being a smarmy little shit, and wearing fancy clothes, and it's very fun. But the most important tidbit of this
so good.
is the fact that he noticed a fun little qualm about his movies is that he's always just masturbating in them.
It's so... He's just so good at doing it for the camera. Robert.
Right. I mean, when you're that good, they just keep writing it in. Like, we got it. I hope Batman masturbates. That's my prediction.
Oh my God.
My dream and my hope for the world.
Well,
I want it.
I mean, Bruce does a little... I mean, he's got it.
We're all human. Come on.
Bruce is superhuman, so he's got to do it to him. But,
he's not even superhuman. He's just rich.
Well, I mean, he thinks that's superhuman, though, is the problem.
True. That's true.
Have you watched Succession yet?
No, I haven't.
Okay, so, do that first. Stop the call and do that, first of all.
I thought that was like a boomer show. Do people actually like it?
No, it's so good. Because the people are awful, and it's fantastic. But there's this scene, there's this scene where that is very Bruce Wayne that I feel like they will definitely copy for the fucking Batman movie, where this rich dude just, like, beats it onto a high-rise window. And that feels very Bruce Wayne to me, so...
Yeah, that's good.
So, Arpads, I'm sorry, but you'll probably have to do that.
Anyway, in the last 3 or 4 movies, Arpad said he is masturbated on screen, and I hope it never ends. That's gonna put me on a list. I'm gonna get...
His publicist is like, do not interact.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, it's very good.
Yeah. Worth it, though. Worth it.
Honestly, it's worth it.
I'm going out in a blaze of glory.
Honestly, as if everything that we've said on this podcast has not put us on every list possible.
Right. We can't go anywhere.
Yeah. We are on every list possible. Honestly, so the only thing I feel qualified this week to break this space, is going to put me on a lot more lists. Yeah. So it's been a minute since we talked about fucking our boy Jackson.
Oh, Mr. Rathbone.
And so I've come to realize that I made the ignorant but hopeful mistake that he was one of the few celebrities that had a Heinz ketchup bottle tattoo.
Yeah, we thought he was the only one.
I mean, because why?
Yeah.
Because why would there be more? Well, unfortunately, I learned that there is at least one more, in the form of the very popular Ed Sheeran.
Oh.
Who does not have the tattoo on his leg, but rather on his arm. And it's so popular that he has a limited edition ketchup bottle about it.
Yep.
So that's something.
It's just as cursed as you're imagining.
Yeah, he has the Heinz ketchup bottle that he got tattooed on his bicep. And Heinz was like, great, well then we need to make a ketchup bottle out of this.
Just put it on our bottle.
Yeah, so the tattoo of the Heinz from his bicep is now on a ketchup bottle. And it's this, like, nude-colored bottle.
This is such an unnecessary Ouroboros of, like, garbage.
It's...
Why did any of this have to happen?
I hate it. Do yourself a favor that Cody and I did not do, and don't Google it.
Don't do it.
Because...
You're better off.
Because...
You don't have to see that.
Especially because the photo that I'm looking at from this Billboard article is Ed Sheeran's usual face, where...
Yeah.
It's just...
He looks scared.
He doesn't know how to do anything other than have his eyes bugging out. He's one of those people that always looks like he's permanently being squished a little. And so his eyes are just, like, always a little bit too big for the situation. And just surrounded by so many Heinz ketchup bottles.
It's an alarming amount.
Yeah.
Ed Sheeran, I would say, is the human embodiment of chew like you have a secret.
Stop! Stop.
And, like, it looks like something has been haunting him for 40 years.
Yes, I agree.
And there's just a Victorian ghost that lives inside of him, and he just has to keep it in.
Yeah. Yeah, whereas, like, Timothée Chalamet is, like, sick boy. He is haunted.
Tim.
He is haunted boy.
Yeah, he is haunted by a spirit, a spectral ghoul, something.
Yeah.
That's the only way this makes sense.
We have a listener question this week.
Ooh!
Would you like to read it for us?
Yes, this is from Cassandra, who writes...
They see me bowling.
Okay.
Thank you.
They don't know that because I didn't say her last name, so now it's
she's
gonna be just like you... Whatever, her name's Cassandra Bolin.
I feel like...
dox you on the internet.
I feel... Okay, wait, pause. Because I'm afraid that we've talked to them before... And is this the one? Is this the patron that was like, it's Cassandra?
Oh, is it Cassandra? Fuck! Shit!
I don't remember, and I'm very nervous now all of a sudden.
The one S is so tricky.
I know. I don't...
Okay. This, I think, is Cassandra.
If I say Cass, will you hate me more?
Cause.
I'm so sorry. You hate us now. I'm so sorry.
You can stop being a patron. We don't deserve your money
Here's
anymore.
my request. Here's my request for questions now. From now on. Just until... Just give us a phonetic. Just give us a phonetic pronunciation. Even if
it's the easiest name in the world.
Even if you think...
The most common name.
Even if you think we know how to pronounce it. We don't know anything, ever.
We can't.
Yeah.
Our brains are pudding. Anyway, this is from our patron, Cassandra, and/or Cassandra. I recently got a new kitten that made me think, what kind of animal do you think Bella, Edward, Anne, and Christian, and Beck and Joe would have? Feel free to answer with any other characters in these universes as well. Also, can't wait to be done with you, and this book is 50 million chapters long.
Same.
You are right, dear listener.
Fuck this book.
Also, fuck it. Right up.
Cassandra, you're canceled. Because you got a kitten and you didn't give us pictures, so...
Yeah, what the fuck?
What the actual
Sorry,
fuck?
not to get hostile on the podcast or anything. We appreciate your patronage.
Not like you pay us money, but...
And that we love you and you're great, but also fucking step up, man. What the fuck?
Don't ever tell me that you got an animal and you did not give us photos or it didn't happen.
Yeah, it's true.
But also congrats on getting a cat, so...
Yeah.
Okay.
What animals do you think our dynamic duos would get?
Well, Belle and Edward do have Seth, so...
I don't think he counts.
Well, they're his son. He's his son, so... They have a son.
No, that's fair. They have a son. Yeah, that's fair.
But actual
and
pets...
Christian has just a beautiful dildo.
No, okay, no. Alright, I'm gonna
No, they get rabbits because they fuck all the time.
Okay, I'm gonna do Belle and Edward last, because I'm not sure about this one.
Okay, sure.
Anna and Christian. Christian, I feel like, would get a bird. I feel like he's a bird dude.
Yeah.
Like
He's got, like a a scary bird too, like like a phoenix, like some kind of, like weird creature that like I think this should only be in a zoo, and it's like no, I got one.
Yeah, like
I got a vulture.
Yeah,
what's up?
You shouldn't own this kind of thing.
I think you need a permit for this.
Yeah,
like something. I don't know.
Yeah, definitely like an indoor bird, because like I don't, or like a green. I don't know, like not something that would like roam, because they live in like northern Washington, but like a you shouldn't own this kind of bird kind of thing.
Yeah.
Beck and Joe, because we know how this ends.
Damn.
Joe should own like a goldfish is like what he is capable of owning.
Right. That's what he's mature enough possibly to raise.
Right.
And keep alive. But I do think he would probably just like get a dog and be like, I got this.
I think what I feel like would be best for him would be a bookstore cat.
Yeah. A little shop cat.
I feel like that would be best, because I know his apartment is way too small for an animal.
It's true.
That's
not wise.
There's too many typewriters.
You gotta make room.
Yeah. Okay, Belle and Edward. I don't hate the rabbits idea. I do also think like their little cottage place had like a garden, I think. So maybe like a chicken situation? Maybe a rabbit situation?
Sorry. You're trying to suggest to me right now that as a pet, Edward and Bella would get a chicken?
Are you telling me that you could not see Edward, little blushing bride, outside in the morning feeding them little, like, I don't know, whatever the fuck chickens eat? What is it?
Yeah, I can't see that at all.
Like Belle in the movie just, like, spreading them feed or whatever?
Oh, spreading them feed.
With, like, a little, like, sun hat on? I think that would be fucking hilarious.
That would be very good.
Or just, like, Ann Cow.
I just think those poor chickens, like, their blood is gone. It's over. The second they come in, there's like... That's a little dumpling. That's a little snackaroo.
Ooh! Well...
Oop!
I feel like it would add to their credibility in the middle of nowhere to, like, have animals.
Right. These guys are just chicken farmers. That's their deal.
And I feel like, I don't know, I feel like Esme would get a kick out of, like, owning animals.
Sure. Oh, yeah. She'd definitely raise the fuck out of some animals.
Yeah. So, I don't know. But I don't know. Belle and Edward don't feel much like pet people to me.
No. Definitely not.
Esme and Carlisle, or honestly even, like, maybe, like, Alice and Jasper feel like pet people to me.
Sure.
Well, that's a great question. I don't think we've gotten that one before.
Yeah, thanks.
So thank you for that. Well, we put this off long enough.
Here we go. Back in the saddle, baby. Did you miss it?
Well, no. But I'll be honest, these chapters went by kind of fast.
Yeah, they were actually, interesting.
Yeah, because again, they were different.
Yeah.
Because I didn't remember which episodes these were, but they were not the same as the books were.
Yeah, I think the pacing on it and, like, the order of things have definitely been moved.
Yeah. When we last checked in last time, Peach and Beck Peach really had started a fight with Beck.
Right. A bit of a tiff.
Would be the appropriate words there.
Right, yeah.
So chapter 33 kind of starts us off here. And we're not in the same place. Instead, Joe is watching Peach run. And again, it's apparently warm now. It seems like it's been a day, maybe a couple of days.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not quite clear. But it seems like it's just after sunrise. Peach is about to start her run.
She's got Elton John up to 11.
Just always just scream singing Elton John for forever.
Oh, do you ever think it's so sad that she didn't live long enough to see Rocket Man?
I do. Because this whole time I was like, yeah, man, Rocket Man. And then I'm like, oh, man, she didn't get to see
soon. It. Oh, she never knew. Fuck.
But then I feel like she would have been like, actually.
Right.
So.
That's not how it happened.
I was there, actually.
I am Elton John. That's the twist of the century.
That's true. Hold on, I need to open my juice.
Oh my god, take a big old gulp.
You ever just drink some of your lemonade at fucking 8 p.m.?
Hell yeah, baby. Party hardy.
It's fucking hell yeah. We did get a lot of information about Candace this chapter.
Yeah, we've the Candace info has been fast and fleeting, I would say.
And the context of this one being very different than how it was presented in the TV show.
Right. Yeah, we're getting these, like, same parallels and side-by-sides of, like, him going up to Peach and, like, seeing Peach, and then, like, also seeing the last time he saw Candace, and, like, how they were, like, so different, and these interactions were so different, but also the same, and it was, whoa.
Also, the comparisons being, like, oh no, she just, like, walked into the water.
Whoopsie, I didn't drown the shit out of her.
You know, how women do that sometimes? They just, like, walk into water?
Right. It's so weird. He does this weird justification thing that he does all the time, especially in this one, where he's like, well, they wanted me to come here. So, like, obviously they wanted attention, and, like, they know I was gonna fight back and, like, not be excited about what they're saying and they're telling me. So, like, what was I gonna do? Not kill them? Come on.
God damn it, Joseph.
Like, okay, we took a few leaps and a skip and a jump and a plane ride away from maybe the message here.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
I also love how much he's still continuing to talk about Taylor Swift.
Yeah, he's really can't get her off the mind.
Nope. There was also a part in this where he's relating, like, he's walking down the beach and he's thinking about this poem from middle school. As you do. Are you familiar with what poem he's referencing? Because he's like, no. I think of that fucking poem from middle school where the dude walking on the beach isn't alone because Jesus is carrying him on his shoulders, and I smile.
Oh, yeah, no, I do not
know
that.
I don't know what he's talking about. All right, well, I'm glad I'm not the only one.
Yeah.
He continues to follow Peach as she is walking by and then starts to run. And I guess the last words before he kills her are, drumroll please, as you might have guessed, are you.
Got him!
And he has to continue hitting her because he doesn't kill her in the first blow. Shocker, Joseph.
Yeah, bad at murder.
And Elton John is still playing, and it's all very dramatic. He has to start realizing now that he has killed her, that it is the morning and it is the beach, and he needs to do something with Peach.
Broad daylight.
Yep.
Just, why does he keep doing this?
It's almost like he likes to kill people.
Whoa.
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 And so he's thinking back to Candace, and he was like, it was summer. Drunk girls drown. It happens. And then he's like, well, I'm going to start walking towards the water because it's winter, and sad girls walk into the water to die. It happens. It's like,
you know, interesting. The best part of this, too, was that he was like, well, I gotta make sure she, like, doesn't float up.
Right.
So he just, like, gets a fuck ton of rocks and puts them in the pockets of her coat. And then he's like, man, this coat has a lot of pockets in there. I could really just shove a bunch of rocks in, like, 7 different pockets and just fucking sink her.
So good.
It's like, why are you thinking about this? Just fucking throw her in the goddamn ocean.
Jesus Christ.
You're fucking lunatic.
Now, if I remember right, in the TV show, this was a little bit different because that, like, random dude from med school had come over, right?
Yeah, so he, like, bashes her head with a rock, like, outside of her place. So, like, it's on the grass.
Okay.
And, like, yeah, I think some dude comes in and is like, hey, oh, sup?
Yeah, because I think, if I remember right, there had been, like, Peach had, like, wanted it under the guise of, like, a threesome or something.
Right.
And Peach was like, let's do this. And then Beck was like, oh, yeah, it's cool, until it isn't anymore. Because Joe was, like, under the bed, if I remember right, when Peach ended up having sex with that random dude.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so that's all sounding familiar. Because, yes, I remember, because they had this skirmish on their lawn, because it turned into that fadeaway of her reading, or, like, Peach's voice of the suicide letter. Whereas in this one, we get the email that Joe writes to Beck. Sounded so much like Peach.
Just impeccable.
Yep. I also think about Virginia Woolf when I run on the beach in the morning. So much like Virginia Woolf.
Yeah. It's like the ghost of Virginia Woolf is there with me.
Yeah.
Leaving footprints in the sand.
Yep.
As I run.
The thing I found interesting is that when he goes to check on Beck after all this happens, she seems nonchalant about it.
Mm-hmm.
When after, I don't know, and maybe it's a thing about, like, Peach having cried wolf so many times. But
right, sure.
When he goes back to check on Beck after all this, she seems like it's fine. And she's just, like, blasting music and trying on Peach's clothes and talking to her friends about, like, it's gonna be fine. What did you feel like about with this situation?
I don't know, because I feel like from the last chapter, like, Beck was definitely kind of going through stuff and wasn't really compartmentalizing things in a healthy way.
Yeah.
So I think she's just taking everything in and, like, sort of reacting to them, like, in a very surface level way and, like, not really fully, like, recognizing them and just being like, yeah, okay, it's just, like, it's, you know, it happens, you know?
Right.
Just, like, she just leaves sometimes, and that's fine, and that's just whatever.
Okay. Yeah, I would agree with that, too.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it might be just a combination of all of those factors.
Right.
Because when she's talking to Lynn and Hannah, Lynn is like, if you're gonna keep thinking about Joe, you should probably talk to him.
Yeah.
He's like, no, that's absurd. I don't understand why you would suggest that.
Why would I?
So, Joe seems content with where Beck is at anyways, to go get his car and head back to New York anyway. And apparently all of his damage to his wrecked car was only $400, which, I don't know.
Yeah, he was like, I fucking fronted my salary for this. Like, I'm prepared.
Yeah, which must be one. I can't tell if he actually, like, wrecked his car, or if the prices were cheap, or...
Right. I don't know.
It all just seemed very convenient, I guess I'll say.
Yeah, that's fair.
But Joe just seemed very convinced after all of this that, like, Beck was going to call him, which seemed confident as he usually is about all of this, I guess I'll say.
Yeah. It's that beautiful white guy confidence.
Yeah.
Put that shit in a bottle.
Speaking of bottles and confidence, he is leaving New England when he realizes about the mug of his own piss, which apparently is still a thing.
You know,
I had hoped that it was not, but still. Because it only made sense after last time.
Right.
That it would have disappeared, but apparently not.
It just has a lingering presence.
As piss ought to do. Piss ought to do. Anyways. So the chapter ends with him being like, you can't hide from me forever. As the season changes, you're going to get horny. And when you get horny, you'll want a cup of Joe. So.
I'll be waiting.
And yeah, I'll be here.
I'm on my chaise lounge. The fireplace is on.
Legs spread.
Legs spread as far as they could possibly be.
Ready for another 8 seconds of
the best 8 seconds of my life, baby.
Hot, sensual, selfish sex. So chapter 34 starts off in a very typical Joe fashion of being like, my phone is not broken. I've called it from the shop several times a day for the past few days. And you're not off the grid because you're here in New York and you're living and you're writing and worst of all, Beck, you're tweeting.
Ugh. But why aren't you texting me?
It's been 2 weeks since Peach is gone and you're tweeting about snow. And
the most wild thing about this is that he starts by saying it's been like 20 minutes and 2 weeks since since this last happened. And I'm like,
I hate him.
What? Excuse me? That's not how. What?
You know when you murder someone and you count down the minutes since you've killed them?
And you say that first?
Yep.
What?
Super normal stuff.
What? What?
Don't you do that when you count down the minutes since you've killed someone?
Yeah, I mean, all the time, for sure.
I hate him.
Just girly things.
Just Oh my god. Okay, so he starts talking about the stuff that she's written. And I did listen to the audiobook portion of this on my drive home.
Oh boy.
And it was great to listen to the narrator impersonate Blythe, which we still haven't gotten Blythe yet, and it's honestly criminal.
We just get snarky little emails and ideas that she does exist in the context of this novel, but never actually anything from her, and it's upsetting and a waste.
It just makes me thankful that, like, the TV show decided that...
They understood the power of Blythe.
Yeah, they knew the potential there.
Yeah.
God damn it. But yeah, so there's apparently this story that she's written just fixating on this married man's dick.
Yeah.
Super normal stuff.
Right.
Sounds like a really creepy story to me.
Ooh, spooky.
But that's just my personal preference.
And then Joe reads into this and is like, oh no. She's thinking about another guy's dick. She's fucking other men that aren't me.
And it's not just other men, it's her therapist's dick.
Ah! And obviously, the choice here is to go to therapy.
Yeah, there's only one choice, which, like, honestly,
right.
He should go to therapy for so many
He does
reasons.
it with all the wrong reasons, though.
Yeah. And, like, he shouldn't go to her therapist.
No, definitely not.
So
a lot of red flags.
A lot of, so many.
Yeah. Oh, honestly, I can't see any other color flags.
That's true. Especially because, like, you know, of course he's not going in as Joe. He's going in as Dan Brown's son.
Well, hold on, Dan Fox. Man, what a cool guy. That's definitely a real name that someone has. What's up? My name's Dan Fox.
What up? My name is Dan Fox. I'm a manager at the coffee shop called Sheen Bean.
Ooh, Sheen Bean. Did you just whip that shit out?
Yeah. Yes. And I have this slight fixation on OCD.
Right.
Where anytime that we drop coffee beans, I have to count them all.
Right.
And it's not that much of a problem, but it does distract from my work. Oh, and also I'm obsessed with one of my customers, and now I want to fuck her the most.
And don't worry about it, because I have a very cool girlfriend, and we're very happy, and it's not why I'm here. Don't even think about it.
But it's primarily just the beans. But
It's the beans.
But yeah, also my girlfriend's like super cool, and she's so real.
She's great, and lives in Canada, so you can't meet her.
Yeah.
But she's cool, I promise. She goes to another school. It's fine.
Yeah. She's great, and also my owner, Sheen, is great too, and the beans are good, so...
The beans are so sheened.
You gotta trust me, Dr. Nikki. Sheen makes great beans, so... Anyway.
You will not believe the shine on these beans, Dr. Nikki. They are just glistening. It's honestly a shame to grind them up and brew them. But that's what we do every day. That's God's work.
No.
We do that for him.
No, Dr. Nikki, I don't know about the quality of the coffee. I just know they're very shiny beans.
Oh, man. Sheen Beans fucking knocked me out.
I've always wanted to name a coffee store Sheen Beans.
Yeah, always. Now that business proposition will haunt me for the rest of my life, so thank you.
Just think about it, you know?
I will. I'm going on a Shark Tank tomorrow.
Okay. Do it.
I will.
Let me know how it goes.
Yeah, I'll report back.
How did Beck's letters to herself make you feel? Did it make you feel as glossy as Sheen's beans?
It's glistening and glowing as those beautiful beans. It's rare that we get the title of an episode so late in the episode, but it is beautiful. It's like a build-up moment, and I think it's worth it.
Everyone's gonna see the title and be like, where the fuck does that fit in? It's definitely not the Kyle XY moment.
No, oh boy, wow, there's so... Anyway, so the emails are bad. First of all, I have a couple questions. One, is she emailing these to herself?
She's gotta be. Or she's saving them in her drafts.
These as drafts? Right, like, again, like, if you get, like, homework from your therapist, maybe that's something you write in, like, a journal, or, like, a document, like a Word doc, or some sort of situation. Email is a weird choice, right? Like, just, that's a choice.
Yeah.
Or your notes app, something.
Because then, like...
Email is a choice.
Your NSA agent can see it.
Right, and who wants that, you know?
I mean...
They don't even tell your business like that.
I mean, they know so much of it already.
I guess, but what are they going to do to help? They can't help you.
They could edit out your typos, I guess.
Dang, fair enough.
Just
anyway,
fucking clock you on your therapy homework.
Yeah. It's like, that's a comma's place. Here's another thing to talk about.
I know you couldn't see it because you were crying through writing this on your notes app, Becca, but also fix your fucking grammar.
Oh, God. Can I do a dramatic reading of my favorite one?
Could you please? I was hoping you would ask.
Okay. Here we go. Fuck. So funny. Okay.
Get it together.
I will. I'm sorry. Okay. Dear Beck, it's not your fault that you were born on an island. Of course you identify as an island. But dear girl, you're not an island. Be populated. Be welcoming of love. Love Beck. When I read that, I audibly screamed.
It was my favorite one.
I hooted and I hollered. I cannot believe... What?
I love that, because you...
Of course I identify as an island. I grew up on one, but I'm not an island.
Okay, as much as you want to cackle about this, you tell me that you want to joke, though, but tell me that everyone that was born on an island has not written this in their journal at least once.
Oh, sure. Like, it's for sure island girl shit. Like, I get it. I understand. It's very uppity East Coast, like, I grew up in, on the island of Maine or whatever. Like, I get it. But it's so fucking funny. It's so fucking funny. Just the fact that she's like, I'm not an island. I gotta be populated. I gotta let people in, baby.
I'm gonna get "It's Okay to Resent Your Mom" tattooed on my lower back.
Yeah, that's the way to do it, I think.
I'm also gonna get... There was one I wanted to get tattooed right on my fupa. You won't outgrow your daddy issues. And I know that it says until you let yourself fall in love, but I'm just gonna get you won't
hard stop. Yeah.
I'm just gonna get you won't outgrow your daddy issues tattooed on my fupa.
Yeah, really get all the problems really represented on your skin there. I think that's good.
Because as much as I want to clock Beck for most of these, I was like, fuck, I've talked about these in therapy. So, like...
No, listen, these are real vulnerable
I am an island!
Everyone, okay, challenge for everyone listening. Next time you go to therapy, just scream, or even if you're just like, I'm driving by myself on the open road, it's great. Just do a nice little scream and say, I'm an island.
No, fuck this. No, fuck you. I'm doubling the stakes. Challenge.
Yeah.
By the time this episode goes up, and next week's, you have a week for this challenge.
Mm-hmm.
Challenge you all to record yourself somewhere public saying, yes, I am an island. Yes. And sharing it with us on Twitter. You don't need to give any context. And this can be something of just like you recording yourself with someone in the back in your apartment, just being like, hey, and they'll be like, what? And you can be like, I'm an island. And they're like, what the? And you just stopping.
And then you vanish in a minute.
I just want to see as many people as possible just upload I am an island.
Yeah. Hashtag I am an island.
I think it's the funniest shit I've ever heard.
So good.
It's so fucking funny to me.
Oh, wow.
Oh my god. That's literally nothing. This is so irrelevant to this episode, or like to this chapter, but anyways.
It's important.
Well, mainly because the fact that when Joe goes to this therapy session, he, instead of like actually talking about any of his problems, he just decides to become friends with this therapist. Yeah. Which, like, same, Joe. Like, I've also done this to avoid talking about my problems, but I also don't murder people. So, and he also talks about the fact that he is, like, he's an expert at mirroring to, like, in social situations.
Right.
And so it's like, Joe, so you know what you're doing.
Right.
Fucking asshole.
Yeah, what a shitbag.
But it's like, I know what he's talking about, because I've done this with therapists before where they're like, so how are you doing? I'm like, great, how are you doing? And it's like, no, this is my hour.
Yeah, this is for me.
Yeah. But he's talking about the fact that, like, Beck is this, like, music video that he's obsessed with, and Nikki starts talking about the fact that he, like, bullshitted his way into this profession, and Joe's like, well, if he could do it, then I could become a therapist too. And it's like, Joe. Though I will say that would make for an interesting book. It'd be awful, but it would make for an interesting book.
Yeah.
We do get into the, like, mouse in a house thing. Did they talk about this in the show? Because this sounded really familiar.
I don't think so, but maybe.
It just sounded very familiar to me, so I don't remember. Of just, like, she's his mouse in a house, and if he wants to, he can just, like, let it go and forget about it and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And he's, like, so excited after he leaves therapy that he forgets to check her phone and email, and he feels closer to her than he has in 2 weeks, and he loves therapy and all this stuff. So he feels, like, very excited about it. And that is where chapter 34 ends.
Interesting.
Very interesting. So we'll see. But next week we have chapters 35 and 36.
Pew, 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 pew.
So, very interesting stuff. We do have some patrons.
Hell the fuck yeah, we do.
Yes, we do. We also have an upgraded Patreon
Ooh, welcome
member
to the fold.
that we need to give a name.
Oh fuck.
And probably one from the universe.
Oh, boo.
So a U name. Common ones include Goldberg.
Yeah.
Beck's last name is
a mystery.
Is Beck?
Oh yeah, because it's Guinevere Beck.
Yeah.
We could do Kelly Beck.
Hi, my name is Kelly Beck. I'm here to take
Yeah.
your job.
And fuck your boyfriend.
And also take your girlfriend, because fuck you.
Dang, yeah, Kelly Beck is powerful.
Kelly Beck is here to take names.
Yeah.
We have a Screen Rant corner for our patrons this week of a listicle, which is Twilight, 10 vampire logic memes only true Twihards would understand.
Wow.
I have not looked at these yet,
Oh boy.
so I'm sorry.
Shout out to Kelly Beck. Welcome to the fold. You are gonna be number 7, called Cedric Reborn, but sadder.
Oh my
It's a photo
god.
of Cedric Diggory and a photo of Edward Cullen being sad and moody.
This is an old
It
school
says-
meme.
It's an old school. It is, yeah. It's like those motivational posters in offices that are like, reach for the stars and like perseverance or whatever.
Jesus.
And it says emo. What happens when they don't notice you in Harry Potter?
As if a lot of people, as if like most people didn't have a crush on Cedric.
Yeah.
Okay. Shout out to Sophia Salinger,
Pew, 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 pew.
who's gonna be number 10, Coulda, Shoulda, Woulda, which is Edward in his sparkly glory, standing in the sun, which says, could research a cure for cancer, instead goes to high school a million times and seduces a 17-year-old girl. You got clapped!
Damn.
Damn. Roasted.
Damn. Torched. Shout out to Aaron Salinger.
Ooh!
Who's gonna be number 3.
Ooh.
Which says, the ending we all wanted. And it's a photo of Bella and Edward. And then Blade behind them.
Fucking
Just
Blade.
Peering over. Hanging out.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's very good. Shout out to... Stop.
No, take your time.
Alex.
Yeah.
Like, I just, like, my brain just, like, broke all of a sudden. I've just been talking for so long.
Yeah,
Okay.
Alex just has that power, huh?
Oh, yeah, Alex, I just stared at you and, like, forgot where I was. Okay, this is, like, a meme in a meme. And it's number 9, which is it's a photo of my man, Count Von Count,
Oh my god.
And next to
My fucking dude.
my bro, Count Von Count, next to Edward Cullen, and it says, "This is a vampire," for Count, next to Edward Cullen, which says, "This is not." And then there's a bigger box next to it, and it says, "Wrong," next to Count, and it says, "This is a puppet," and Edward says, "This is a disco ball." A disco ball? What did I say? Anyway.
Oh, wow. That was beautiful. Also, I guess we were really making, like, the Galaxy Brain format for
Truly. Galaxy
Really?
Brain has been here for a long time.
It's a core staple of the meme movement. Anyway, shout out to Taylor, Brown, Town, Lautner.
Pew, pew, pew.
It's been a minute since I've said that powerful, powerful name.
It's just so strong.
It's strong, just as Taylor is, and she's gonna be a strong meme, which is number 2.
It's so
And
good.
It's the dude, the unfaithful dude meme, where he's in the street looking at one lady while he's with his girl, and the dude is Tumblr, and the girlfriend is relevant 2018 memes, and the wayward woman walking past is Twilight Renaissance.
Man.
It's beautiful.
It's so good. All right.
Yeah.
Shout out to Katie Weber,
Pew, 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 pew.
who's going to be number
Yeah.
6.
Nice.
Which is a photo of Aro sitting in his beautiful, beautiful chair.
Yeah.
And it says,
Glorious chair.
and it says, "Hey, I just met you, and I am crazy. But you have a useful, supernatural power. So join the Volturi, maybe."
Nice. Nice, dude.
Are you ready? I'm so happy for you.
Shout out to Simon motherfucking Steele.
Oh!
Damn. Fuck. Who's gonna be, obviously, number 1. Which is scared little Jasper. Scared blue Jasper in the cafeteria. With a Tumblr screenshot over top that says, "Not gonna lie, I'm pretty uncomfortable, like, all the time." And that's it. That's the meme.
I love it.
It's good.
I love
it's
it.
good. It's a top tier.
All right. So, I found this fan fiction today.
Oh,
Little backstory. I was trying to find the most viewed fan fiction on fanfiction.net.
Okay.
It took me to a selection of Twilight fan fictions. This one was published on April Fool's Day of 2009.
Sure.
It was last updated on June 13th of 2012.
Well,
And it has over 3,000 reviews on it.
damn.
So, the title is Unknown Caller by Always My Bella. And the summary is, 7-year-old Bella is home alone and hurts her finger. Having no one to call, she dials a random number. Enter 8-year-old Edward. 10 years of laughs, tears, and friendship later, can it ever evolve into love? And is Edward closer than Bella thinks? Yo, that sounds... I just got, like, chill. Fuck?
Oh my god.
No, fuck you, first of all.
No, fuck you.
No, okay. Okay.
I will win this war, Allie.
Alright. This is from chapter 1. "Don't touch anything," Charlie had said. "I'll be back in 5 minutes." He looked back at me one more time before hurrying out to the car to buy some emergency toilet paper. As soon as I saw the dusty red car pull out of the driveway, I galloped down to the basement to Charlie's workshop. I had spontaneously decided to build a birdhouse with the wood and tools in his workshop. I picked up the hammer uncertainly. It was heavier than it looked, but it shouldn't be too hard. I hesitantly took 2 pieces of wood and nails and placed it on the table. Closing both eyes and hoping for the best, I brought the hammer down on the wood. Correction, my finger. I let out a surprised yelp, staring shocked at the hammer. Tears sprang up in my eyes and I angrily wiped them away, shoving the tools away. Building birdhouses was overrated. I clambered up the stairs and picked up the phone, my pudgy finger hovering over the 9, about to call Charlie. Guiltily, I remembered him telling me not to touch anything. I can't tell him. I bit my lip. I couldn't call Alice either. She'd just tell me she told me so, and then play Barbie on me. My logic was simply to press random numbers and hope for the best. Pushing the buttons, the phone started ringing and I panicked. Daddy told me to never talk to strangers. I was about to hang up when I heard a click. Piano prodigy speaking. The voice sounded as young as I was. I relaxed a bit. Obviously, if they were kids, they weren't strangers. Hello. I hurt my finger, I stated into the phone. The throbbing thumb was all too a reminder, and now that I had an audience, the tears sprang up again. And it hurts, I wailed, and I don't know what to do because my daddy had told me not to touch anything, and I touched something. I gasped, covering my mouth. And I'm going to be in so much trouble when he gets home. Excuse me, miss? I'm also a doctor as well as a piano prodigy, so I might be able to help you. I hiccuped and giggled. This little boy obviously was a very smart person. How old are you? I questioned suspiciously. You can be like me and a doctor. 8, the boy replied proudly, and a quarter. A year and a quarter older than me, I noticed. End scene.
Damn.
This is so cute! They're gonna be friends!
Yeah.
I mean, I'm never gonna read it, but they're like, they'll be friends.
Like, but I think it's cute.
Yeah.
I'm a fan.
It's, like, purer than most of the ones I've read.
That's true. We've read some filth here, so it's a nice little palate cleanser.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Oh, what a nice palate cleanser after all the filth in this show.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I can't move my hand because my cat's resting her head on it, but, so apparently I won't be able to close this fanfiction. Maybe I will have to read it.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, she's
it's
decided
your
for me.
homepage now. Yeah.
Yep, that's where I will stay. But, well, as we say in Seattle.
Get bit!
And get hammered?
Ooh.
Ooh.
This is an Earbud Media production. You can find us on Twitter at Earbud Media and listen to the rest of our shows. You can find this show on Twitter at Into the Twilight, as well as intothetwilight.show. You can send us an email at intothetwilightshow@gmail.com. You can also become a sponsor of the show or buy some merch at intothetwilight.bigcartel.com. Our art is done by Maddie Padilla, who you can find at YourGhostHost44 on Instagram, and our music is done by Eli Krause, you can find at Eli Sauerkraus and KrausFilms.com. The intro and outro is by KB Smith, who you can find at KB__Smith on Twitter. You can find Allie on Twitter at Into Wild Places, and you can find me at Dyke Discourse. You've been listening to Earbud Media Production. Earbud Media. Audio for everyone.